It was an exuberant expectation that the future was going to come true, like all these drawings were showing people. We were going to ride around in self-driving cars. Now it's coming true. We were going to ride around in cars that were sort of big glass canopy teardrops and things. And the exuberance of the technological expectation was really quite wonderful.
There was kind of a technological optimism based on the fact that we had just figured out how to crack the atom. There was an idea that we were going to be able to make technological advances, which even started to appear in industrial design. Cars started trying to look futuristic. Toasters started trying to look futuristic. And RADEBAUGH, in his drawing career, was part of that movement. So there were many other people drawing futuristic-looking cars. His were among the better examples of that. So he was used to the idea of thinking about where is design going to go, where is technology going to go. And when he had the idea of Closer Than We Think, he somehow knew enough about industrial design and automotive design and technology to be able to make some great guesses about where things might be heading and what might be possible in the future if somebody took the time to actually build it.
A lot of RADEBAUGH's stuff came true because he was really working from this very practical starting point. And so you could really go a couple decades into the future, or maybe sometimes, more or less, and see that he was tapped into actual product development, and he was, thinking through sometimes really big picture things and sometimes really small things, like the TV you watch. There was a trajectory there, and it was kind of based around this real thing.
It's very hard to predict the future. If you look at the history of predictions, it isn't very encouraging. A year or two before the Wright brothers, most people were saying flight's impossible. Nobody predicted the internet. Self-driving cars now seem like they're inevitable. Again, if you go back just 10 years, anybody who knew anything about this was saying that computers will never be able to navigate streets like this. So it's hard to make specific predictions, but if you look at long-term trends, what you can see is that over decades or centuries, you can predict that human lifespans will continue to get longer. You can predict that economic growth will keep pulling people out of poverty. You can predict that everyone on the planet will be connected to the internet, which means that all those billions of brains that so far haven't been able to contribute to human culture will be able to. Those kinds of predictions you can make because you're looking at the long term and trends, but making a specific prediction about a specific piece of technology is really hard, which is why what RADEBAUGH has done, or what RADEBAUGH did, was so amazing and kind of unbelievable when you take a look at it.